Welcome back to the reading of I'm A.S.S, a Suicide Survivor by M.J. Forrest. You can pick up your own copy through Amazon for yourself or even for a friend. Now, we learned last week some of the shops were a ballet studio, a knife shop, and a pharmacy. So let's continue. The beauty salon was a one-story yellow rectangle. It looked like a small motorhome without its wheels. It was painted light yellow with dark blue shutters. It was on blocks with a wavy white skirt around it to hide the blocks. But with just a little wind, it would cause the skirt to sway and separate, giving everyone the view of the blocks. There were so many blocks that it made getting to the red door difficult, if it wasn't for the long wooden staircase that had to be built. The sign at the bottom of the stairs said, "Climb to Beauty." After going through the front door, you could see the walls painted in different shades of blue. On the left wall, there was a line of 4 shampoo chairs. To the right of them, there was a line of hair dryers, the same amount as the shampoo chairs. On the back wall, there was a line of 4 styling chairs, each with a mirrored desk filled with containers overflowing with combs, brushes, hair clips, and hair rollers. Beside each desk was a 4-drawered cart on wheels. They were filled with all the things to perm or straighten the hair. The bottom drawer seemed to be filled with hair for hair extensions. There was a cash register near the front on a small table with a lamp and an appointment book. It was on the cool side when no hair dryers were going, but when all of them were on, it got very warm. The sheriff's office was the largest building in the town and the most boring. It was a 2-story building painted light gray with black shutters. All around the building was just gravel, no flowers, and no grass. The sheriff had said it was because he didn't want to tend to the grounds and gravel didn't need any upkeep. There was only one metal step to get to the only black door in town, and the sign on the door just said Sheriff's Office. Inside was a large front desk with a phone, a lamp, and a notebook on top. There were 2 offices off to the left, one for the sheriff and one for the 2 deputies, who each took turns working with the sheriff every other week. The bathroom was off to the right. It was a full bathroom, complete with a shower, tub, linen closet, toilet, and sink. They needed the full bath to be able to take showers in case they came in from working a dirty job, whether it was blood, sweat, tears, grease, or just plain mud. They always needed at least one person there to answer the phone, take notes, and do some typing in case of an emergency, so they had several teenagers working there from the neighboring town and the farmers' children just to answer the phone. It gave the teenagers a little of their own spending money, and it kept them out of trouble. It also gave them a chance to see what being in law enforcement was all about. Who knew? It may spark some interest in some of them that they may want to become an officer someday. In such a small town, you didn't really need anything else. Over the bridge was considered another town, and that is where the small grocery store was, where the townspeople got all their groceries and conveniences that they couldn't find in the pharmacies, such as bread, milk, and eggs. The farmer's wife had a small handcart, and she would always walk to the grocery store. Being a farmer's wife, she didn't buy milk, for they had a few milk cows. She didn't buy eggs, for she had some chickens. And she didn't buy butter, for she made her own butter, which a few of her friends would receive as gifts for their birthdays. They said that it was the best butter and wished that she would make it a business. She couldn't, though, because she didn't have a lot of cows, and she put in her time with her husband and teenage children. The 2 girls and a boy that she had were busy as well, for they worked in the sheriff's office answering the phones. Everyone else in town would drive to the grocery store, even though it was less than a mile from the square. The grocery store wasn't a large store, but still had the necessities. If they wanted something more, they would then have to drive almost 20 miles away to get to the large general store. It had food, clothes, hardware, gardening tools, plants, seeds, camping, and school supplies, along with aisles and aisles of toys. And with that, I'll leave you there until next week, and we'll take it up then. And I hope this reading will help some of you out there. And thank you for listening, and see you next week.